Hi friends! So if you want to learn how to make these 3 super easy keto meals, then stay tuned. But first, if this is your first time watching me, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Gia and I recently lost over 25 pounds in 3 months eating ketogenically. I would love for you to join my YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button down below and as well as the little bell next to it. And for those already subscribed, welcome back. Up first are these low-carb keto bagels. Now these were such a special treat for me. I love them and I made a couple of different breakfast sandwiches throughout the week and they were pretty easy to make.
Here are all the ingredients you'll need for the bagels. Some almond flour, Italian seasoning, garlic, baking powder, the star of the show, which is this everything but bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. It said onion powder. I'm just going to use some onion salt and some cream cheese. You also need some mozzarella cheese. I lined this baking sheet with some parchment paper and I have my oven preheated to 425. I got this recipe from peaceloveandlowcarb.com. I follow her on Instagram and she has some really great recipes, so I will leave a link in the description box. So I'm gonna follow the directions. So here I have 3 cups of mozzarella cheese. It says 5 tablespoons of cream cheese, but 5 tablespoons is just 2.5 ounces. So I'm going to cut that. This isn't softened or anything. It's easier to cut when it's not softened as much. So I'm assuming most of you guys that are watching this are on your keto journey. How long have you guys been on the keto journey? I share weekly updates of how I'm doing each week. If you'd like to see that video, you can tap this eye right here to see how much weight I've lost. I've been eating ketogenically for about 3 months now. So now we're going to microwave this for 1 minute and 30 seconds and then stir and then microwave it again for another minute and keep on mixing it really well. This is how it looks after the 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I'm just trying to mix this all up. It smells so good. I'm a cheese lover though, so this smells really good to me. So let's mix this up so that the cream cheese and the mozzarella can combine well. And I think we have to microwave it again for another minute. Okay, so this is how it looks for that last 45 seconds. I think this is good. To this, I'm going to add our flour mixture. I think I'll just, let's see, a little bit at a time. Maybe I'll do half. This is how it's looking. I'm hoping that this is the way it's supposed to look. I'm not sure. So now I'm just kneading it and I'm going to divide it in 6 sections, equal sections. All right, so what I'm having to do is just put it in a ball, smash it down, then poke a hole in it and then like separate it that way. These are so uneven because I am not a baker, but I want a bagel and I don't want to cheat on my diet. So I'm gonna do it the best of my ability. redo these two because I'm anal like that. So now we're gonna take the egg wash and brush it on top and then top it with the everything bagel seasoning. So let's do that. I hope these look right because I just don't know. Just don't know. I'm like really hungry. I cannot wait to eat breakfast. Wait to use this. I have been hearing so many great things about this seasoning. Smells like an everything bagel. It smells so good. All right, in the oven these go for bake in the middle rack for 12 to 14 minutes or until golden brown. So let's put them in, wish me luck. Oh, it smells like Einstein bagels in here. It smells so good. These look really good. All right, I'm gonna let these cool for a second and then I guess I'll cut them and have one for breakfast. But in the rest, I'm gonna let them cool completely and then keep in the refrigerator. Oh my gosh, guys, these look so good. They're not perfect, but they look great. And I cannot wait to eat one for breakfast. I'm gonna cut it open so you guys can see what they look like. All right, guys, here's a moment of truth. We are going to cut this baby open so you can see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Yes, honey, hold on. Oh yes. Oh yes, look at that steam coming up. Oh my gosh, it looks like a bagel. All right, y'all, so we're done. This looks so good. I cannot, this is what I'm eating for breakfast today for my meal prep day. I'm put a little everything bagel seasoning on my eggs and I'm gonna bite into this bagel so you guys can see how it looks. Let's see. Y'all, it is so good. So good. I highly recommend these.
Up next is this keto lasagna. Now this keto lasagna was so good, y'all, and definitely curbed any cravings, any kind of pasta related cravings that I had, and I definitely recommend it. And it's great and easy to take for lunches. So I chopped up half of a white onion and I put that in the pan with some olive oil. And now I'm going to chop up this red and orange bell pepper. This is just what I had on hand to put in my tomato sauce. Now you can put whatever you want in your tomato sauce. I'm just gonna make mine keto friendly and I'm gonna have the keto lasagna this week for dinner. Now my family, I had made stuffed shells a couple months ago and I have them in the freezer, and so the rest of my family is gonna eat that. So I'm going to preserve half of this meat sauce to put on top of the stuffed shells that I put that I made for them that are in the freezer, so that you know, I'll use half the sauce for my keto lasagna and the other half for that. So that's a good way to stretch the sauce to make it, use it for 2 meals, you know. So I have added this Classico tomato basil sauce. It is not a low carb marinara sauce because they don't really taste very good to me. This, if my camera will focus, has 8 grams of carbs, so 6 grams of net carbs in a half a cup. So you just have to be mindful with your portion sizes. I also added a can of Hunt's basil, garlic, and oregano sauce, and a basil, garlic, and oregano tomato paste. So now I'm just going to mix this up. I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning. Just season it to taste. Just taste it. See what it's missing. You can add some pepper, some garlic, some Italian seasoning, some red pepper flakes if you want to kick it up a notch. I probably will add a little bit of all of that to it and just let it simmer in the back there on low
And then I'm going to get ready to make my salmon croquettes or salmon patties, whatever you want to call it. And I also have to shred my zucchini. That last secret ingredient I'm gonna add is this heavy cream, just to fatten it up and to just give it this kind of decadent taste, creamy lasagna taste. I don't know. To me, I could tell the difference. It just tastes better to me. And again, I'm keto. If you're not eating ketogenically, I understand, but if you are, this would be a nice little added touch to it. So here are my zucchinis all washed, and I got this idea from, I think her channel is Keto Kaila or Kayla Keto or something like that. I'll leave a link in the description box. What I'm gonna do, instead of, a lot of people like use a mandolin and cut these super thin, and the thin zucchini will be your noodle for the lasagna, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to shred them, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, my zucchini is all shredded. You're probably thinking, Gia, why the heck did you put it on this towel? Well, my friend, zucchini has a lot of water in it, as most of you probably already know. It is extremely liquefied. So I'm gonna add a little salt to this towel. Then I'm going to drench the excess water out of it so that they're kind of dried up and they'll mold better together and mold with the lasagna better, so that you don't have so much excess water added to your lasagna. So right now I'm gonna add some pink Himalayan salt. All right, let's see. That excess water out. If you had a cheesecloth, this would work wonderfully, but I don't have any cheesecloth, so I just gotta do what I gotta do. This is a clean cloth too, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. Okay, go. All right, friends, here I have some ricotta. I'm not measuring it out. I'm just taking 2 heaping spoons. This is like a serving spoonful. 2 serving spoonfuls of ricotta cheese. And to my ricotta cheese, and this is, I made lasagna many times, and so I just eyeball it. I like to add a little mozzarella cheese to my ricotta cheese, and like I said, just eyeball it until it all is mixed up together well. Another one of these, another heap, and then I have an egg. What do I do with my egg? Here it is. I have an egg. I'm gonna put a little seasoning in there. This onion salt is so good, y'all. It is good. It smells so good too. Put a little onion salt in there. Just eyeball it. And a little Italian seasoning. Now I'm gonna crack an egg. Oops. Now I'm gonna mix it all up. This is the consistency. You want it to be nice and creamy like this. It smells so good. Now, like I said, I just eyeball it to the seasoning that I like. You can taste it before you add the egg, but just, you know, trust yourself, trust your instinct. But if you need like an exact measurement, I would say maybe, I don't know, a teaspoon of each of these seasonings. Some people add basil. You can add whatever you want to it, really. All right, so we are ready to assemble our lasagna. So my meat sauce has been simmering for about an hour. If you had all day, definitely go ahead and let it simmer all day. You know, it is cooked, so I am going to bake it again when I bake the lasagna, but you know, at this point, it just smells so good. So I'm gonna spray my can. I'm gonna spray my pan here. Coconut oil. Spray, I get this from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna put a little bit of meat sauce at the bottom.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now we have to clean up all the, are you?
Take some of the zucchini. Now for the star of the show. it's okay if it's not perfect. Whatever sauce I have left over too, I'm going to freeze, and I can make like zucchini bowls or anything with that sauce. It's just good to have it in the freezer. So I had to shred another zucchini. They were actually 4 small zucchinis that I used, and I used every bit of it. So that's just FYI for your reference. If you have larger zucchinis, you can probably get away with just 1, but I needed all 4. So now I'm gonna take the rest of my mixture here. It looks like I'm gonna run short of my mixture. I'm so heavy-handed with my with my topping. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a little bit more of the ricotta mixture as well. Okay, got my new mixture all ready. I did the exact same thing, added the egg. So I'm gonna use the rest of this. Don't forget those corners. This is a huge thing. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get my family to eat some of this, because it's so big. To top it off, we are going to top it off with some mozzarella cheese. Now, this is going to be ready to bake for later on in the week. And of course, I'll insert clips of what it looks like once it's all baked up and ready to go, but this is gonna be delicious. So I'm just gonna wrap this in foil and put it in the fridge. So I put the rest of the sauce in a repurposed mason jar. I'm gonna set and let this cool, and then I'll put it in the fridge, and it'll be ready when I need to use it later on this week. Whatever we don't use this week, I will freeze it. So what I'm gonna do is spray some of that coconut oil spray on some foil, wrap it in there, and I'm gonna let this cool completely. And then I will put this in the fridge, so it'll be ready to bake later on this week. So it's a few days later. I've taken this out of the fridge, and I preheated my oven 400 degrees. I'm replacing the foil with a new piece of foil because the old foil is cold. I'm gonna bake this at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. After about 25 minutes though, I'm gonna take the foil off and let the cheese brown. This looks so good, y'all. Look at that. It's like the perfect lasagna. Okay, it's been in the oven for about 45 minutes, so I'm gonna take this out and let it rest. How delicious does that look, y'all? I'm ready to tear this up.
Last but not least are these delicious salmon patties. Now these are what I took for lunch this week, and I paired it with a simple spinach salad and some sliced tomato, and I put some tartar sauce on top of them, which is keto friendly. It was absolutely delicious and super easy to make.
All right, so now we are ready to make our salmon patties, and this is what I'm gonna be taking for my lunch this week. My lunches, but you can actually have these for breakfast. I was thinking about doing a bagel and a salmon patty. You can either have that for breakfast or lunch, or a salmon patty and a salad, or even a bagel and a salad, a spinach salad, whatever you wanna do is great. So I have my can of salmon here, and to the salmon I'm gonna add some Old Bay, some garlic, some fresh cracked pepper, some onion salt, an egg, and my binding agent is gonna be my almond flour, and I also am gonna add the other half of the onion that I had already chopped up from the tomato sauce. So let me go open my can of salmon. All right, so here is the canned salmon. Do yourself a favor, get boneless, skinless if you can. It would be so much easier because I had to like pick through and get like the big bones out and stuff and took the skin off. But anyway, I'm just chopping it up here, like just dicing it. Here it's soft, and I'm gonna be adding to this. I'm gonna start with a half a cup of almond flour and see how it goes, and then I'll just add another half a cup if I need it. But I'm just gonna season it by eyeballing it. I've never made this before, but oh well, we're just gonna wing it together. So of course I'm using my onion salt here and my Old Bay. Just sprinkling it in. I love the smell of Old Bay. Some garlic powder. And some freshly cracked pepper. salt this up some more. Smells good. I'm gonna add my onions. Mix it some more. Now I'm gonna add the 1/2 cup of almond flour. Now almond flour doesn't have like a taste to it, so I like to add a little bit more seasoning to it. So again, I'm adding the Old Bay that I just added before. I'm gonna add again, or you can make your own dipping sauce with this or have a sauce on top of it. I purchased a sriracha ranch from Trader Joe's that looked really good. I may try that, or I may just take some mayo and add some sriracha dressing to it and let that be my sauce, or you can use tartar sauce or anything like that with this. Now I'm gonna add my egg. Okay, I'm gonna beat it first because it's just easier to mix it in that way. Let me smell it. I use my nose to tell me if it has enough seasoning in it. I'm gonna add a little bit more onion powder, onion salt, and a little bit more pepper. Okay, now let's see. Again, just season it to taste. I'm gonna take a little bit because this salmon is cooked, so I'm gonna take a little bit and taste it. Wait. Yeah, that's good. All right. I put my cast iron skillet on medium high. Put some butter in the pan because I'm gonna fry them in butter. I may need a second egg for this. Let's see. So you want it to be moist enough for you to form the patties. Yep, you're good. I can form a patty with it. I like to use the palm of my hand as a measure. So, all right, let me finish making my patties and I'm gonna fry them up. Okay, I got them in my skillet here. I have the heat on medium. The pan wasn't too hot when I put them in, but I'm just gonna cook them slowly, brown them, because I don't want them to crumble or fall apart or anything, because it's not like we're using flour, like white flour as a binding agent. So while these are cooking, I am going to do this. The dishes. Here are my salmon patties all made up. I'm gonna sit these here and let these cool for a little bit. And then I'm going to prep my lunch containers. So here are my containers all made up, and I will slice a fresh tomato or some grape tomatoes to my salad at work as well, and I'll add salad dressing. I'll show you the salad dressing that I plan on using this week as well. I got this from Trader Joe's a couple days ago, so I'm hoping I will like this. I'm gonna try this on my salad. It looks pretty good when it comes to carbs. It's only 2 grams of carbs per 2 tablespoons. So we'll see if I like that, but this is what I plan on using. If I don't like this, then I'll just have to go back to good old ranch. So I just opened it and tasted it, and it's pretty good. I like it. It's different. It's kind of spicy. Carrots, it's the ginger that makes it kind of have a little kick to it, but I do like it, so that's a plus. So I'll be definitely taking this to work. So here are the salmon patties that I took to work. Man, I'm telling you, that tartar sauce makes anything taste great, as well as my salad with the fresh tomato. It was so good. Make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know what are some of your favorite keto meals. What are some of your favorite things to meal prep? If you have any requests of things that you want to see me cook or create, or any sort of keto video that you want me to make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, you can tap my picture on the screen, and you can also check my previous video right next to it, and all of my social media platforms all listed down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for making it to the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.